You're watching W33BY, Detroit, Highland Park, Michigan.
Wayne County Community College is a beacon of hope for so many people who can see the impact it's made, and that we're celebrating the 50th anniversary and all the good that it's done.
It has been the pathway for so many to obtain a higher education.
Congratulations to Wayne County Community College for 50 years of service to Detroit, Wayne County, and all of Southeast Michigan.
Making education much more available and affordable. 50th year is just the beginning of the first century.
Welcome to Good News Detroit. Hope you're all having a great week. It's a little cool and breezy today, so I got this hat on to keep this bald head from the drafts. So pardon the hat, but it feels good. Happy to have you with us today. We have some great information to impart to you today, so you want to get a pen and paper to take some notes, maybe some of the information we're going to be talking about. As you know, if you've been following us the past few weeks, we're always promoting the FAS, Financial Education Services Personal Protection Plan membership, which includes credit repair, will, trust, and power of attorney, and a whole package of great services. And we also talk about low-cost and no-cost life insurance. That's handled by my co-executive producer, Mr. Nolie Jackson. If you want good information on low-cost and no-cost life insurance, you want to call Mr. Jackson at 248-376-9963. And you can always call me, Will Banks, at 313-350-7215, and we'll make sure you get the information you need to make a good decision, because I'm a senior citizen, and I know I have a lot of senior citizens out there looking in at the program, and I know some of us, or many of us, have not really taken care of business in terms of our security and having insurance in place, life insurance in place, for what is going to be the inevitable one day, to keep our families from experiencing unnecessary stress and financial burden. We all need to have our own life insurance in place. So we researched the market and came up with some really good plans. The senior choice plans, life insurance plans, are guaranteed issue, which means regardless of your health situation, regardless of your age, they're accepted all the way up to age 85. Okay, so we go up to age as high as age 85 to get life insurance, regardless of your medical condition, with the exception of end-stage renal disease. Okay, I just got a client, a policy, who has cancer and is undergoing chemotherapy. They were able to get a policy. So about the only condition that we can't write would be end-stage renal disease, which for layman's terms means total kidney failure. Okay, so as long as you don't have anything like total kidney failure, we can get you a policy. And again, you'd want to call Mr. Nolie Jackson, my co-executive producer of Good News Detroit, at 248-376-9963. Or again, you can always call me, Will Banks, at 313-350-7215. Now, I'm on the air here from 12:30 to 1 p.m., so anytime after 1 o'clock today, you can call me. And this show, as you know, is also repeated tonight, but from 9 to 9:30 p.m. And my co-executive producer, Nolie Jackson, had the pleasure of talking with James Bone Crusher Smith a couple weeks ago, and he's going to be having a golf outing in his home state of South Carolina. Here now is Nolie Jackson talking to the former world heavyweight champion, James Bone Crusher Smith.
Good afternoon. This is Nolie Jackson with Good News Detroit. And as always, Will Banks and Nolie Jackson bring you good news. To my left, we have the famous James Bone Crusher Smith, heavyweight champion of the world. And he has a special event that he's going to share with us. Bone Crusher?
It's my pleasure being with you today, and I think the event you're talking about is in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, We're going to do a Father's Day weekend. We're going to have a reception, and we're going to have a couple of workshops. It starts on the 16th of June, and that's on a Thursday night. And then we're going to do a reception on Friday night, and golf tournament is on Saturday, June 18th. Father's Day weekend in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Okay, now how can people contact you?
Well, I'm going to give them my cell phone number, 910-658-3408. That's 910-658-3408. Or they can email me at bonecrusher8@aol.com.
All right. Now, Bone Crusher, show me how you did that famous punch.
Well, it's going to be a knockout.
It's going right. Now, we're going to knock that out, and also with the FES, we're going to knock out bad credit. This is Bone Crusher Smith. And thank you so much for being with us tonight.
My pleasure.
Come on now.
That's right. We're going to knock out bad credit with financial education services. So if you got some credit issues, and which I know many of you looking in probably do, I had some myself a couple of years ago, and we have a great program in place, Financial Education Services, to help you take care of that issue. With the Financial Education Services Personal Protection Plan, you're going to get credit restoration services, you're going to get a will, trust, and power of attorney. I know many of us do not have a will, and many more of us do not have a living trust, and in fact, probably don't even know what a living trust is. So if you want to get that information and learn how you can utilize these tools and resources to protect your financial situation, prevent your family from going through any unnecessary stress during stressful times, you need to have a will, and you need to have a living trust, and both a health care and financial power of attorney. That's all included in this package. You also get a debt zero program. Helps you to eliminate your debt with the same money that you have now, okay? The same money that you have coming in now that you're living off of. The debt zero program will give you a strategy and a method to eliminate your debt or reduce your debt greatly down to as close to zero as it can get. So that way you have more disposable income and you have money to do other things instead of just paying your bills every month constantly, seemingly almost forever. And the thing about the credit restoration and the importance of restoring your credit and getting your credit score as high as you can is so that when you buy a home or you buy an automobile, you get the lowest interest rates. That is literally going to save you thousands of dollars that you can keep in your pocket or help save for your retirement that you don't have to give to your creditors, your mortgage company or your auto finance company, for example. The importance of good credit is even more crucial if you're a younger person and you're still working or you're looking for work. In today's world, they will often do a credit check background. Before they employ you, they want to know that you're financially responsible to come in and be a part of their employment family. Okay, so bad credit can impact your ability to get a job. And even, we talked about the importance of having good credit for home mortgages and getting low interest rates. Well, a lot of times when you apply to rent a house or an apartment, they are also checking your credit now because they know if you're credit worthy, you'll probably pay your rent on time. If you're not credit worthy, you have credit problems, there's a good chance you're going to be skipping your rent or being behind in your rent. And a lot of landlords don't want that, okay, so for obvious reasons. So it's really crucial to have a good credit score in today's world. It's very affordable. We have payment plans and budget plans to fit everyone's budget. So this is something you really need to take advantage of. We have every week now after the show, when I do these shows on Saturdays, every week after the show, I have people calling me about this program, and people are signing up for it. Once they hear how much it costs, it can work into their budget, and they realize the benefits of going forward and having a good credit score. It's something you really need to think about doing. Okay, at least call me so we can discuss it and see how it can fit your needs and work it into your budget. 313-350-7215. And again, I'm on the air today till 1 p.m., so call me anytime today after 1 p.m., and I'll be happy to discuss it with you, and let's see what we can do to get you rolling on all the way to having a good credit score. Just because you're not working, maybe you live on fixed income, or maybe you feel that you're underemployed, is even a more reason why you want to work on increasing your credit score. These are tools and resources that you can use to help you pull yourself up and get yourself in a better financial position so that you can buy a home or you can rent a nice apartment. and several. You can get a nice car, and then it's not, without going to a B lot, as they call them, and paying twice as much as you would for a new car for a car that's 5 to 10 years old. Doesn't make sense to do that. It's not financially feasible. It's not the correct way to handle your finances and the things that you need. Also, we know in today's world we have identity theft problems. Okay, probably 1 out of 5 people I've talked to over the past year have had some kind of identity theft problem. I myself, in fact, had an identity theft situation about 5 years ago when someone got my credit card number off the internet. I guess I had made an online purchase, and they were able to get a hold of my credit card numbers and my expiration date and a little 3-digit code on the back. When I keyed that information in and made my online purchase, someone had hacked my computer and got that information, apparently, because when they did the investigation, the person who hacked me was in Philadelphia. So I'm here in Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. So it was obviously not something that I did. So it was obviously a fraudulent situation. The bank was very happy to take it off my account and restore the funds in my account that had been misused. So to prevent things like that from happening, you need a good identity theft protection. And this program includes LifeLock Identity Theft, which is probably the best identity theft program in the USA today. So we give you some real good quality services in this package. Okay, we also give you a travel discount package. We discounts on airfare, hotels, and rent-a-cars if you want to plan or take a vacation. We give you a smart credit builder to show you how to increase your credit. And the great thing about the personal protection plan is you can log in to you'll be given a website. You can log into your website. You can see your credit score 24/7. You can print out a credit report 24/7. It will even tell you up front what your credit score is and how you would qualify or may not qualify for a home loan mortgage, an auto loan for a car. It'll tell you what your credit, how your credit would impact those purchases. And as you see your credit score going up, you'll have a better experience in making those purchases because you'll get lower interest rates. And if you know how to do the math, you look at a $100,000 home loan over 30 years at today's current rate of 3%, and the rate of 7 or 8% that you might get for having bad credit, the difference that you'll pay back to that mortgage company will be hundreds of thousands of dollars. It could be $200,000 or $300,000 difference over 20 or 30 years. So that's what you want to look at. That money should be kept in your pocket, or even more, and at least part of that savings should be going into your retirement fund. So when you get to retirement age, in a retirement situation, you won't have to just live on a Social Security check. You'll have other funds that you can use together with that. So it's very important. It's a very serious situation, and that's why we talk about this, because after all, we are Good News Detroit, and we're trying to bring you good news and give you information that's going to help you financially. I can give you a lot of good news on different things and different entertainment venues and different activities going on in the city, but one of the best news I can bring you is how to get your financial life together, because after all, we live in a cash-driven society. That's why it's called capitalism. We have to live on capital. You need money to survive in this system. So obviously, the more you can maximize the money that you have and have good credit so you can make purchases and pay it back on future earnings or future income, the better off you're going to be in terms of financial stability. And that's all we're talking about here. So now, here's a presentation on the FES Protection Plan, the Financial Education Services brief overview.
Just don't know how. We're going to show you a very real solution to the problems facing many Americans today. And you have an opportunity to not only take advantage of the solution for yourself, but help others do so as well. USA Today recently reported that 76% of Americans say they experience significant stress and that money is the cause of that stress, followed by a very close second to what they do to earn it, their job. It's not surprising that we feel trapped. Much of that financial stress comes from payments looming over us like a dark cloud. Based on Federal Reserve statistics, the average household has over $7,000 of debt just on credit cards alone, and that doesn't even include cars, houses, medical bills, and everything else. The size of this tremendous financial weight often leads people to be late on a payment, miss a payment, or could possibly result in bankruptcy. This unfortunately just leads to a vicious cycle of bad credit, where currently over 43 million people have been denied their ability to buy a car, a home, or even have access to a credit card because they have bad credit. And if they haven't been denied credit, then they end up wasting tons of money paying much more in interest than people with higher credit scores. Next comes our job. According to Forbes magazine, 65% of people are currently dissatisfied with their job, saying they feel stuck and would much rather start their own business. The only thing holding them back is their fear of not knowing what to do and how to do it. How about a solution that's simple, reliable, and affordable? Enter Financial Education Services, empowering you to change your life, starting now. FES has operated successfully since 2004 and has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. By combining a very simple but necessary debt payoff system, a process to significantly increase your credit score, and other essential elements to protect your family, we've helped hundreds of thousands of people restore their confidence and hope in the future. We've also helped thousands of people earn enough additional income to get out of debt, have extra time with their families, quit their job, and in many cases, gain a whole new lifestyle. What we do is proven, and it's happening right now. FES is expanding, and we're looking for people who want to get rid of frustration, eliminate pressure, and begin the first day of the rest of their lives with a chance for hope, happiness, and the control to finally achieve the things that have been eluding you. Every single day, more people wake up without a solution, and you can fix that. Do you know someone with less than perfect credit? Do you know a professional who needs credit-worthy clients? Do you know someone bogged down with debt? Do you know someone who could use some additional income? Or maybe even someone who's simply looking for a career change? If you know anyone like this, you could immediately begin making money with the ability to drive that income to whatever level you would like, in addition to earning a benefits package that includes an Audi payment, a house payment, free annual vacations, a matching retirement plan, and so much more. This all happens by simply sharing services people desperately need with the people that need them. We'll teach you everything you need to know, and you'll gain all the skills necessary to enable your success. Now that you've had a chance to experience a brief introduction to FES, what level of interest do you have? Now, of course, you may have no interest at all. Maybe you have exceptional credit, minimal debt, and you have all your personal and financial affairs in order, as well as being very happy with your current career or endeavors. And if that's the case, we respect and appreciate your current position. However, I'm sure you would like to see the person who shared this opportunity with you do well. So if you should know anyone in a credit-related industry, such as a real estate agent, a mortgage broker, or anyone in the car business, or someone that needs to improve their credit and financial situation, take the time to refer those individuals. They'll be glad you did. Or maybe your interest level is one of wanting additional information, simply related to the process of increasing your credit score, paying off debt, as well as protecting your family and financial position. Just talk to the person that sent you this video to find out more about how to leverage these powerful solutions. Finally, you definitely have an interest and want to explore the services as well as the income possibilities. The next step for you is to watch our detailed corporate overview that will give you more information, answer any questions you may have, and help you to understand how to capitalize on an ever-growing marketplace while giving you a chance for financial freedom. So get back with the person who shared this video with you and let them know what level of interest you have. No interest at all, interested in learning more about the services, or interested in knowing how to take advantage of the income opportunity. From all of us at FES, we wish you nothing.
So some great information there on the Financial Education Services Personal Protection Plan membership. And as you see at the end of the video, it says, contact the person who had you watch that video. Well, that person is me. So if you want more information on the Personal Protection Plan and how you can utilize the great services there in the package, give me a call at 313-350-7215, and I'll be happy to meet with you at your convenience and go over the program with you and tell you how you can make it work for yourself. And I know some of you looking in are hesitant to take action on these type of things because you feel like you're already financially strapped. You're doing as much as you can with what little income that you have. And so one possible solution is to get yourself in a position where you can generate more income and do it very easily. As a personal protection plan membership agent, okay, not as a customer, but as an agent. If you want to come in as an agent and be able to sell these services, you can generate a nice extra income for yourself. Another $500 a month, another $1,000 a month, or another $2,000 a month. Okay, you need to have a way or some resources to do that. If you come in as a agent with Financial Education Services, you can sell these programs, and it's not very difficult. If you're going to come into a sales position, you want to look at what is the market like. Is there a market for this service? Do people need these services? And the best way to answer that is to look at you and say, do you know anyone with less than perfect credit? Well, of course we all do. In our own families, friends, neighbors, we know people with less than perfect credit who are looking for an avenue of an affordable way to get out of that rut. As an agent, you can earn some nice commissions in presenting that information and making it available to people that you know, your family, friends, neighbors, co-workers, anybody in your circle of influence that you have contact with. You can present this program. I will personally meet with you and tell you how to do that. Also, a nice perk in being an agent with Financial Education Services is that after 1 year, you get up to $100,000 life insurance with no medical exam and no medical questions. The same way you go to work for an employer and you sign up for their group insurance, working for that employer, working for that company, this is the same arrangement. FES has the same arrangement, like the same group insurance that a W-2 employee would have on a job is provided for you as an agent with Financial Education Services. Up to $100,000 in the first year, no matter what your health is, okay? If you're able to be an agent, you would be entitled and receive that benefit. Once you've been in the program for 30 days as an agent, you get $30,000 of life insurance. After you've been in it 6 months, it goes to $50,000. Once you've been in it up to 9 months, it goes to $75,000. And at the end of 1 year, for example, if you joined today, April 9, 2016, as of April 9, 2017, you have $100,000 of life insurance just for being an agent. You're not paying any premium for it. It's just a perk for being an agent with the company. In addition to that, and of course, more importantly, you're now making additional income for yourself. And it just depends on how hard you want to work or how many hours you want to put in on every day or in a given week. Like I say, you could be making an additional $500 a month, an additional $1,000 a month, an additional $2,000 a month. You can go as far as you want to go. And you can also start to build a team. Now, to be a Financial Education Services agent, there's a one-time payment of $199, and then you pay $87 a month for all the services. Just think about that. You can start your own business for $199. Let's say you came in as a customer and you just wanted the whole package of services. You can pay $87 a month, and at any time in the future, you could decide to pay the one-time $199 to have your own agency with Financial Education Services and be an agent and start the life insurance and still be earning some nice commissions. It's a great service. People really need the program. Okay, there's a lot of us looking out there who know we don't have a good credit score. We don't have a will. We don't have a living trust. A living trust goes beyond the will. The living trust will help keep your assets from going to probate. Okay, so when you expire or you pass on, your family doesn't have to go to probate court and fight over your assets. Whatever you've designated and allocated in that for living trust, that cannot be challenged by probate. Okay, so that's very, very important because I myself am going through that now. I had an uncle who died last year, and my family is still in probate today because over those assets. If my uncle had a living trust, it wouldn't it would have been settled months ago, and his assets would have gone to those individuals that he designated. It's very, very specific. Okay, now in getting back to the low cost and no cost life insurance, again, I know a lot of us looking in don't have life insurance, so I want to bring you good news because we are Good News Detroit. We have a low cost and no cost life insurance. So no cost life insurance, you can get accidental death and dismemberment coverage. You can get $1,000 of free accidental death and dismemberment coverage. So if anything that happens from an accident, you get $1,000, and then you can refer 4 people in addition to that, and each person that you refer, in terms of giving their name, address, and phone number so they can be contacted, you will get another $1,000. You can go up to a maximum of $5,000 just by referring 4 people. And you will have that free $5,000 of accidental death and dismemberment coverage, protecting you from accidents, loss of limbs, eye, leg, hand, for 1 year. After 1 year, you can decide whether you want to keep the policy, and accidental death and dismemberment premiums are very, very low, like $5 or $7 a month. So it's a great program, a great opportunity. And then we have low-cost life insurance. If you need a life insurance policy, we can give you an excellent rate, a guaranteed rate that will never go up, and your benefits will never go down. And we go up to age 85. So I'm on the air today till 1 p.m. Call me at 313-350-7215, and I'll be happy to go over that information for you. You can also call my co-executive producer, Mr. Nolie Jackson, at 248-376-9963. It's almost time for us to go off the air now, so I want to thank you for being with us today. Please join us next week. We're going to have more interviews with Dr. Breakthrough, Dr. Stan Harris, one of the top motivational speakers in the world. We're going to continue to promote his book, Your Breakthrough is Guaranteed, and also Position to Prosper, 8 Golden Nuggets to Guarantee Your Success. 2 of his best-selling books. He's a great motivational speaker, so you want to be sure to tune in and get that information. And we'll be back on the air next weekend. We're also back on tonight. This show will be repeated from 9 to 9:30 p.m. And we also have some great information on scholarships. I'm over the scholarship board for the Tuskegee Airmen Macon Thomas Bloomfield chapter. If you have a child or someone in your family, I don't care what the age is, these scholarships can be used by anyone, regardless of your age. So call me and I'll get the scholarship information to you. I have students who've gotten as much as $50,000 in scholarships. And many of the scholarships, you only need like a C+ average. A lot of you have to have a B level grade point average. We have some you only need like a C+ average to qualify. Great information. So call me at 313-350-7215. And in coming weeks, we're going to have some great entertainment for you.
I'm going to tell you a story about a fisherman. To play something about New CD.
You're watching W33BY, Detroit, Highland Park, Michigan.